KMES English Medium Junior College welcomes students for the online lecture of philosophy for Standard 11. Chapter 1. What is philosophy? Why philosophy? For the topic, the wonderful universe. Human beings keep on wondering about the world around him for more than thousands of years, long before the branches of knowledge were found. What is branches of knowledge? Different study subjects are called as branches of knowledge. There are various branches of knowledge like formal science, social science, liberal arts, natural science, humanistic, applied science. Every branch of knowledge has its concepts, rules and theories. As formal science explain mathematics and logic. Social science deal with political science, economic, etc. Liberal art deal with drama, music, etc. Natural science deal with biology, chemistry, physics, etc. Humanities deal with languages. Applied science deal with medical science, management, etc. Human beings keep on finding many new things in life. In this search, he is constantly struggling to know. In fact, every living being needs to have some knowledge of itself and its surroundings in order to survive. Man learns many things from the struggle to survive. Even though he learned to survive, the thirst to explore the universe does not stop. He surpassed the extent that required to fulfill their basic needs. Many questions were raised by the human being, like why do nightly stars disappear in daytime? They wanted to know why do some beings walk while others crawl or fly. They wanted to know what it means to die. Question and question. Many such questions were there in the mind of human beings. They have a thirst for answers to such questions. The prehistoric human was no different from a baby that had just learned to alter the world. His mind was like a light with just excited curiosity as can be seen in the glimpsing eye of the toddler. This emerged the inquiries about living and non-living beings. What is this? Why is that so? Why does it change? The development of intellectual relations, rationalism, linguistic ability of human beings furthered with time. Man was very curious to know the world around them. The response of this curiosity leads to following things like mythology, religion, philosophy, science, art, etc. In various stages of the human development, come up with various kinds of answers. Some were rejected over the course as the time passed with centuries, while some bear the relevance still today. Man's thirst and intellectual ability and his impression of the world found vibrant expression in mythology, religion, thinking, philosophization, science and the art. These were the way he used to try and understand the relation with the universe, the natural world and the following human being. The tale and story flourish in every culture as they put use to the brilliant creative imagination to uneven phenomena that could be witnessed but not easily explained. Mythology is concerned with stories, accounts that are prevalent in human society. A long time ago, they were passed on through tales from generation to generation. These tales usually employ superhuman entities such as Devta, Asura, Yaksha to explain various phenomena that can be experienced and observed all around us. These tales are highlighted certain ritual beliefs. Example, it is an ancient belief that certain trees are embodied of duties. They must not be touched for human purpose and and that one must first pray to the respective duties to obtain the consent in case of the spirit need to cut it. Some tribal community across the world follow such ritual to this date. Contemporary reading of the tale obviously promote one to ask what must have caused them this. Did they originate in a thought or a principle? Every society has its own mythology. Let's take a quick look on the two tales from two remarkable different parts of the world. One is Thor tale and another is Indra Ruta tale. Thor tale. The tale of Thor is such that a warrior god is widely known in northern Europe countries like Sweden, Norway, Denmark. Thor carries a hammer for a weapon, the way Indra carries his Vajra. The ancient tribes that inhabit this region 2000 years ago believed that Thor roamed about in the sky in his chariot. The chariot is driven by the two gods. The thunder we hear and the lightning we see is the swing of his hammer. In thunder we hear him roar. Thunder and lightning Lord announce the rain, and rain brings good harvest, so Thor are worshipped for fertility. Whereas the tale of Indra Rutra refers that through Rig Veda revealed that Indra is very important deity in the ancient times. Indra was worshipped as a god of rain. Rudra was Indra's chief enemy. Many sutras regard the fleet of inhalation of Rudra can be found in Rig Veda tale. Tale of Indra Rudra liken Rudra to be monster giant and a dark cloud. Rudra is a Dhanava who obstruct the water channel and cause drought, whereas Indra tears his belly apart and water come out gushing. So these are two remarkable tales, the Thor and the Indra Rudra leading to mythology. The wonderful universe. In both the tales that we have seen that it gives importance to the rain, the lightning and the thunder. Both the stories draw importance of water. It is probable that the ancient community must have felt necessary to worship the god of rain so that they would get good harvest. abundant drinking water, and resulting well-being of the people. These stories originate in the material world, but they simultaneously take us to imaginary world too. They popularize the belief that several supernatural forces control the happening of the world, reward and punish humanity for its various deeds. Rites and rituals were devised in order to please and displease this force. As humans went on to observe the world, they realized that things do not randomly occur. They are related to one another. They often have a fixed sequence. For example, in our type of climatic conditions, summer, monsoon and winter always arrive in same order. As water extinguishes fire, but the same water evaporates when heated. They make sense that there is an order in the world. That is how things is governed by certain law. In human world, it is human who lay out the law. Philosophers assume that there must be someone who lay out the laws, the system of the natural world too. Perhaps the universe has been created by someone. The power it took to create the universe must be tremendous, rather infinite. This postulation generally leads us to the idea concerning human being, possible fitting relationship of God, laid the foundation of religious thinking. Intellectual was equally engaged along with imagination. Normally, religious thinking put a lot of emphasis on faith. One was asked to have faith in the world supernatural power and in a person who were said to possess the knowledge of the nature. Let us discuss the work of imagination and the work of intellect. The work of imagination. Human beings understand the world by expression. They perceive the beauty of the worldly object, then understand their properties and how they are related. This creates a sense of beauty and make them to respond to it in a beautiful manner. The response that comes lead to new forms such as music, dance, painting, etc. All these are known as arts. Arts offer the opportunity to be included in life, but without utility and profit. It started giving happiness to both the creator and the appreciator. Creativity is essentiality of arts. Work of intellectual. Man raised many questions related to existence of world. Answer the discussion given by the philosopher and science, but was based on human intellect. Imagination helped thinker to find answer, and experiment and observations were limited. But here imagination was replaced by intellect. Reason became the text for philosophical thinking. They realized that event that occurred in the world was due to some other event, but not because of the other worldly force. Thus cause and effect relationship develop. For example, river get flooded. The reason is due to the excessive rainfall and not because of the God anger. Fact come into existence. Like water is in liquid state. Heat make it turn into vapor, gaseous form. When freeze, it turns into a solid form. Thus this gives rise to the new concept of property. The philosopher realized that the world is full of different things with different properties. Now new questions arise in the mind of the philosopher. that there is some similarity in all diversity. That is, there are some extra-sensory, imperceivable things beyond our perception and sensory world. So the philosopher starts to find fundamental principle of the universe, generality principle of the universe. The pre-Socrates Greek philosopher gave a list of fundamental principle of the universe. They wanted to know the principle of the world and they found that the world is changing. The new question was raised in the mind of philosophers. 1. Why do things change? Second, how do change occur? The question of these give questions which the answer to this question were deliberately and resultant answer were called as philosophy. In it studied experience of the world within the framework of reason and life to explain the meaning of life and truth related to how to live. Thus come two fundamental pillars of principle, experience and reason. Thus in modern times many branches come into existence like physics, chemistry, geology, biology, etc. Modern science make use of many instruments to find out things that are beyond sensory abilities. These instruments increase the power of our perception. For example, use of microscope to observe microorganisms. Use of binoculars to see distant objects. Thus, with the help of these instruments, experiment and observation were conducted, which is one of the characteristics of scientific period. Philosophy and science both are similar questions, but in different ways. Philosophy answers questions with reason, whereas science answers questions with reason and gives supporting with its material instrument and advanced technology. Philosophy initiates questions, whereas science it is followed by the science to find answer in a scientific way. That is why philosophy is called the mother of all science.